Hey folks, Quillington here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Distant World 2! We are the Ackdarians, the Ackdarian Technocracy of the Deep Enders, and we are still basically in our home system, but we are finally visiting some outside of our borders. I've gone and tweaked the automation settings a little bit. Sometimes it does this where it's blank until you scroll it with your mouse wheel, and then it shows up again. I don't know. Just to take over a few more things. Mostly, I'm still automating a lot of the colonial stuff because optimizing the tax rate for a particular happiness level is kind of a pain in the butt. A little, a little too micro-y. I don't see that as a particularly interesting part of gameplay. But I did do, and I'm nervous about this, but it's under construction? Right here, I turned off the automated ship and base design system, although I was going to say, these are still set to auto-design. So I think what would happen is if we got a new model of ship, it wouldn't be turned on, but I still toggle these. I might not care for most of the classes, but I might want to do something like, hey, listen, these military ships, maybe I'll go and try to manually tweak these going forward as we get some new technologies. Bit moot until we get a new ship technology, but maybe that's something we can look into. I suspect the civilian ships are going to be pretty vanilla, right? Our exploration ships, colony ships, construction ships. I don't know if we're going to need to do much. It was definitely a big thing in Distant World 1 to manually do some designs of your stations here. There's a lot of stuff that can be done. I mean, you can militarize these a lot more than they are. In fact, I suspect these things have no... Oh, hello, they do have some torpedoes and things. But I know that that's one of the things we could be doing is making sure these things are tankier if we're worried about being attacked by pirates or something like that. But yeah, okay, no, these are low design, save designs. Oh, cool, you can keep them between games. That's actually quite cool. Now, I did notice when I was going into this, in particular, right before I started, when I went and loaded up the escort, I guess here, it says, our empire has no supply of resources, silicon, which was like, okay, well, can we make it a priority to get that set up? I did go, what else is here? Top speed is lower than the average for military ships. Maneuvering rate is lower as well. That's interesting. Hadn't I just loaded up this screen on this escort and I didn't see those warnings? I mean, I still had an auto at the time. Because I remember it just said one recommendation with the silicon. And I haven't played. Like, this was just right before I started recording. I was noticing that. So, I don't know. I'm a little confused as to why there's more messages there than there were a second ago. But, whatever. Yeah, silicon. It says 0 of 1 sources, which still seems a little bit odd. I don't know why it lists it that way. And definitely there are no locations we know about with silicon. We'd noticed that in an earlier video. I don't know if there's like an implied trickle from like your home world or something bizarre like that. I mean, mining rate is 0. So yeah, I don't know why it says 0, like known locations 1, except we don't seem to know it. Not sure. Anyway, colonization is still underway, is it not? New colonies. This one over here. And I don't know. The thing is, the suitability, maybe it's so crap that we should never, ever, ever do it. But I'm going to do it. It's going to be fine. We've got a lot of ships going out to a new... did I rotate the screen accidentally? I think we were... Yeah, there we go. We were a little bit more like this before. So we did see this before. We've got some mining stations over here and a lot of activity with our transports. I think we can probably go back up to speed 4, which is fine. And did we go and... No, these guys here are still absolute jerks, right? Not under protection agreement. I don't remember. Did we go and pay them some money to F off? Okay, I think we attempted and they said no. Now they're doing it over here. Okay, we're gonna do that for now. Obviously, we want to go and burn down all these pirate bases at some point, but for now it's going to be a much better if our ships are not constantly impeded. Spending a little bit of money is okay. It does look like we do need some money left over so that the research can be funded. Yeah, amount of research based on your income 0. It's funded after your excess income. If there's no excess income, maintenance plus reserved consumes all your income, then research is not funded, which seems to be the case. In this case, only research output from your population is used. Oh, okay, but not labs. Okay, so we still do get some research. It's just not as quick as it could be. build a mining station over here. Ivory. Oh, are these both, are these all luxury resources? Jacanta ivory for population development, or colony development. Oh, ivory tusks. 3 meters. Well, that sounds ethical and fine. More colony development from Tabrulian moss. Recipes to trees. Grows horizontally on ice cliffs. Ah! And then Norjack eggs. More colony development and population growth. I don't know what the difference between, like, what is colony development? I might have assumed colony development is population growth, but it's clearly not. Is it just like speed of building? That doesn't really make any sense. Do we have a meter? Here's development over here. 41% from population, other items, resources. I'm wondering if this is just a multiplier on like tax rates or other outputs or something. Colony approval and growth. I don't see development, but hold on. All right, development rate, the higher the better. This is for approval. Colony growth or colony development might simply be a multiplier to a lot of different things. So it's just generally stronger. Colony income is population times development level. There you go. So yeah, it does seem like it impacts a lot of things. Here we go. Colony development level, population plus luxury resources. So 5 billion is maximum level of 50% development from population. Luxury resource consumed by colonies having access to many luxury resources raise the colony's luxury development level by 3 to 6 maybe. Overall development level. Oh, you can get up to 120%. Further increases taper off. Okay. All right. So clearly we'd like to stack a lot more of this if we can, which right now for our own planet here is mostly going to be, because we can get a little bit more from population, but mostly it's can we get more resources? Actually, that's quite interesting. Hold on a sec. We're getting 29% from resources and 7% from other items. Okay. I'm still gonna mostly be okay with adding these mining stations. Oh, hold on. That sounds like a new pirate group. The Clan of Superiority, pirate faction. Very hostile towards us. This is the Andu system. So it might be less bothersome. I gotta stop paying these guys off at some point. I'm still happy that we started paying off the ones that were harassing us in our home system, but maybe this one can be left. I'm gonna decline on the escorts. We're hoping to get access to the bigger ships soon. We don't have that yet. Interesting. This is not actually asking for money. Oh, it is the same one. It's weird that we get a duplicate. Pay 125 and this is just protection. Yeah, but we're actually, wow, we're losing tons of money right now. Holy crap. Why is our money dropping so much all of a sudden? I do have the tax rate automated, right? I didn't screw that up. I mean, even if we turn it off on a global level, it's still automated on the planet over here. Where the hell is all our cash going? Okay, these are annual number. Hang on, is that my annual cash flow number? Not monthly? That might not be so bad. Okay, projected, current, a bunch of shipbuilding. Yeah, but no, I want to see cash flow. Those are the expenses. Annual expenses. Current projected. Well, I think we might still be okay. Okay, basic transport systems research. Right, basic troop compartments. What we need to do now is come back in our research thingy. And we still want to go and conquer. Wait, what do we need to do? Must research shipboarding. Which is here. Well, you know what? Yeah, we don't have to do the research labs right now because we're not going to be able to fund them anyway. So I'm going to... Oh, can I not bring it down? There you go. Weird. I couldn't hit down arrow on something when it was at the top of the list over here for some reason. get started on shipboarding. It's funny, in now that the first episode has gone up, I have a few people in the conversation as to what we should do with these guys is very interesting, because people are very split between a diplomatic approach and a conquest approach. But I think we're just going to conquer them. Exploration ship, fungal courage, under attack by tenacious dragon, clan of superiority. Yes, we refused to pay off. Okay. Discovery at Helmet 1. Phyrexian firestones. More development, more colony income. This would be great to hook up if we could do that. And we have a new general. I think I still have leader assignments automated, because that does seem like most of the time, at least at the start here, it is going to be pretty straightforward, pretty basic. I wonder in the manual, which I still have open, there's probably an explanation for all these different symbols. Ooh, scenery bonus. Yeah, we'll have to do some tourism things. I don't think we have like, there's probably some sort of tech missing for a tourist station, because I think that's what you do to take advantage of these scenery bonuses. So actually, our cash flow is negative, but our money's definitely going up, because it was at 60,000 or something last time I checked, somewhere in there. So this display is a little bit confuzzling, but sure. Let's take a look at our fleet situations here. Now, we can with this. Okay, we're on manual. There's a way to set target numbers for these fleets. Load troops, retrofit, disband. Yeah, top up fleet with ships, but I don't know how I set. Oh, not army template. Fleet template. Defense fleet. Okay, how do I tweak the templates? Because that's the question. Fleet roll is set to manual. Actually, I suppose I will leave this on automated. Defend targets within 50% fuel range of Arastyu. It's actually a pretty reasonable default over here. And these things are damaged. What you need to do is repair. I wonder if I hit a retrofit, if that might prompt some of that at the same time. Oh, there you go. Right, I forgot. I guess by hitting that, it overrides the automated thing. I'll put it back on. It was probably going to refit when we unpause. Oh, hold on. There's our fleet templates. Okay. So... attack fleet. Form new attack fleet from existing ships. No ships available to fit this template. Defense fleet. Let's check the edit here. So this is... okay, the defense fleet template wants 3 frigates, 3 destroyers, 1 cruiser. But we can just make our own. So the attack fleet could be done. Which is interesting. Because we don't actually have... oh, I'm betting it would just build some fuel tankers in here for us. But what I could do is I could make like an early game defense template with like, say, 10 escorts in it. And then I can have the fleet set to do that. Even you can automate topping off, right? So if it loses any ships, it'll automatically queue up building some new ones to fill in the missing bits. And that doesn't seem like a bad idea. Escort. Oops. Defense fleet. Just, it's like for early game, right? For some reason it wasn't taking the capital there. Even it hesitated. Oh. Wait, why is it? You can hear me hit my keyboard, right? Whoa, that's weird. I'm wondering, because I've experienced this when I've been programming in Unity before, or just programming in general, if you, because this is not coded in Unity, but when I was doing programming, you can check for key inputs on a frame, but then it only registers true that the key's being hit if it's literally being held down while you're doing the frame check, as opposed to having a trigger for in-between FPS updates. And I'm wondering if there's a little thing like that, which is why it's eating some of the inputs. Engagement range. Oh, wait, can I... these are all... oh. So your role is to defend. Same system. Wait, same location. That's weird. I guess with same location is more like you put it in orbit around a planet. But it's sort of like, it's system defense fleet. is kind of the vibe. Like, it's just an early anti-piracy thing. So what we could do is stick people in different systems, but I think I like the 50% of fuel range. I think that's reasonable. Fleet should retreat when enemy strength is 100% greater, which might be a problem a lot. Attack stance. Fleet ship role reassignment. Ships reassign role within fleet as needed. Retain current role. Okay. Ship tactics instead of fleet. Oh. Engagement range change system. Oh, okay. The fleet values. So, no, use the fleet tactics, please, as opposed to a per individual thing. Latest active design for the role. And yeah, I could set a number of like 10 escorts, for example. Okay, close this out. I could form a new one. Wait, form a new escort fleet from existing ships versus build a new one. Okay, but what I want to do is hit F for my fleets. Give this guy the escort fleet template. And then your tactics are set based on those defaults, presumably. Fleet roll defend is fine. Now, we're gonna go back and see. Did I lose another ship? Was this in the middle of combat? It might have, because it had 5 a second ago, didn't it? I'm wondering if it's gonna auto refit over here. Base rated. Okay, they're hitting a mining station over here. It's actually at 58% hit points. This thing took some damage. Does it? I wonder if it auto repairs or if a construction ship comes out to fix this. Do we have a bouton for anything? There's a retrofit, but we don't have a new design. Stock resource levels is automated. Oh shit, that's a lot of pirates. Seems like it's going okay. New resources. Oh, damn, the spy message went away. Assign 1 defense force to investigate reported threats. No. Oh, look at this. See, no mission. And it definitely didn't auto top up. I'm gonna hit this. There we go. So now that's the build queue. How do we make them auto top up? Because I'm pretty sure that was an option. Automatically retrofit, repair. Okay, even manual fleets. It's interesting. They're set to manual, but they should still probably automatically refuel or repair. Otherwise, I'm going to F it up. Oh no, they're just individual ships. I mean, I guess I'll say yes to these. Maybe not the retrofit. I'm sure there was a automated top-up thing somewhere. Sorry. Hang on. Alright, if I don't see it right now, what I'll do is I'll check it between episodes here. Because I'm trying to rush. It's always the same thing, right? When I'm trying to record, I'm trying to rush through reading those things, and I'm just hoping that my eyes just randomly fall on the right thing. And then I miss stuff. Alright, our first colonization has happened. Yagdal 1, the marshy planet. Development's quite low. No population, no resources. Although presumably some will get delivered over here. A little bit of corruption. Revenue and tax income. We are definitely losing some cash over here, but hopefully as the population grows, it's going to be okay. Mostly underdeveloped, so I guess it's going to get some automated delivery of some of these resources. I think we're okay. I hate that escape doesn't actually close all these things. There's definitely still some UI things in here that I'm not pleased about. Okay, the raid failed over there. New escorts, yep. New colony, New escorts, we'll get a few more messages about those escorts, because our fleet of 10 over here is going to get maxed out. There we go, under construction. Done, done. So we're waiting for 2 more to finish getting built. And then, yeah, no mission, but it does have some automated, so it will it will be ready to go. Presumably the fuel range is out here. I don't know if there's a way to get an overlap on fuel range for the current fleet. Here on long-range sensors. Exploration. Okay, no, that's fine. Diplo reps. Yeah, I don't know if there's fuel range. The resource flow is interesting. Oh, you pick a particular resource. Or I guess you can set it to all. Yes. Let's go. Now that you're fully booked, we're going to send you to the... I was going to say new system. It's actually Yagdal 2. That's actually our new... Actually, that's not our new colony. That's the Independence. But we did get a report of violence over there, so we'll go ahead and take a look. How do we actually... Just click over here to zoom? Yeah, there you go. It's weird, because there's like some click spots that interact with the ship or the fleet. It's like, I just want to get the zoom. Yeah, there's definitely some combat right over here. Are you guys not actually engaging this guy? Right click, attack this guy. I guess they weren't on an attack move, they were just on a move. 14. We're definitely taking some damage. We haven't lost anything here. Some fleet. Where the hell are some of you going off to? Maybe they're going off to repair or something. I don't know. Oh, what is it we don't have here? Torellian down. Yes, absolutely building a mining station there. Okay, they're still going to try to attack something. So I'm guessing over here we're getting reports of violence, but we probably don't actually detect the ship immediately because we don't actually have a presence on this planet. We don't have, like, stations nearby. So that might be what's going on. Oh, something's refueling over here. Oh, is this just a civilian ship? What is this? No, it's one of our escorts, but apparently can refuel at Yagdal 2. Huh, interesting. Critical research breakthrough. Oh, hello. Shipboarding, initiated crash research. Oh, so we got a free crash research. That's nice. As you can see here, our money's still definitely going up. So actually, I probably want to do more crash research overall. Ancient mine ruins. Where is this? At Rumamul. Rumamul? Okay. Discovered an ancient ruined mine. Ancient ruins from lost civilization at the marshy swamp planet Rumamul 3 in the Rumamul system. We've discovered a ruined mining outpost in this world. How many times are we going to say ruined? This pleasingly designed structure appears to have been destroyed in a massive quake, part of a seismic upheaval that split the surface of the planet, creating a vast network of chasms and canyons. Within, many valuable resources have been exposed. Should we investigate? Of course we should investigate. What could possibly go wrong? And what we need to do still is find the frickin' pirate bases. So that's another actual empire. Then we've got some independence over here. All right, investigation results. Initial survey showed that when the outpost was destroyed, a vast number of volatile resources were scattered around the area. Presents us with a choice. We can proceed cautiously and take measures to avoid triggering explosions, which would cost 20k. Alternatively, we can accept the risk and immediately proceed with exploration. There are still occasional tremors on the surface. The more quickly we explore, the better. You know what? 20k? It's a lot of money, but let's do it. Our cautious exploration allowed us to retrieve the outpost's... Maybe there's supposed to be an apostrophe there. The outpost logs. They indicate it once belonged to Ackdarian Technocracy, a sprawling and complex culture that helped bring knowledge to art and species across the galaxy. The station, though dedicated to mining, was built upon pleasing aesthetic principles, a delightful melding of form and function. Engineers at the Ackdarian Institute of Design, which is our own, have already worked up several possible replicas, which are well worth viewing for anyone with 2 hours to spare in the capital city. And we got some resources and Shriek information data core, navigational directions. Okay, maybe we should ascend a ship and investigate this location. I believe this blinking circle over here, this is what's pointing out something of interest. And I think that's going to stay on the screen. And eventually, so is this not actually a star system? No, okay, so I can click on the ones that have a name. I can't click on the ones with no names regardless. If I hit X to bring up an exploration ship, I can presumably, yeah, encourage you to come over here. Yeah, explore unknown star. And then I'm going to put you back on fully automated. Okay. So I want you to stay automated. Ship boarding complete. We got assault pods. A little bit of attacks here and there. And a new scientist. Good. Frigate. Okay. I think having the frigates in here is going to be great. I'm happy that that's being added in there. But then I think I want the basic troop transports. So we'll gain access to frigates, which should hopefully help us get a little bit more muscle for our anti-piracy activities. Yeah. How's our war fleet over here? Everyone's damaged to some degree. Oh, go be automated. Yeah, go repair. Okay, so I'm not crazy. The number of ships in here did go away, but I think what it did is it dropped some ships from the fleet, possibly to send individual ships out to repair or something like that, and it might reform afterwards. I don't know. Ancient defense station. What's going on? 3 defense stations orbiting this world. Ordenog. In Andu. They appear to be ancient and damaged, but they're powering up. Well, that's just ducky. Colony here is actually where's the ground screen? Is it manage troops? No. Right here. Okay. We do have a lot of troops on the ground. Seems to be okay. Oh my god. All these pirates. So, I think the pirates should show up somewhere on the screen. Let's see here. If I go to lag. Okay, that was weird. If I go to diplomacy, pirate things, clan of superiority. Do I know where they're located? I mean, they all have 0 population. Okay, if I look over here, we know about your population. Can I know where you live somehow? Okay, hold on. If I click on you, I think it's got your home world over there. Oh my god, the lag when I click on some of these things. There's some weird galactic loading time. Hopefully we can get an optimization pass. Looks like I don't know the Clan of Superiority, or the Menacing Storm, or Cruel Star Force, but Cruel Claw Outlaws, there is a Villainous Cove that we know about in the Adiga system. Villainous Cove. Or the Halmat system? Okay, I thought it said Adiga over here. I guess it still had the old selection. I just hadn't spotted the change here. Okay, so the Halmat system is where these guys... Now, these guys are surprisingly chill with me. Like, they're neutral. We have a non-aggression pact. Honored our trade agreement. Okay, I was gonna say we don't have a protection agreement with them or anything still, right? So yeah, we have a full non-aggression pact with these guys. We could go and blow up their base, but first of all, 1,000 strength, so it's quite strong. It's well above whatever we could do now, and we don't actually have to blow that base up. Oh, there's a little symbol here. Okay, so that's probably what we need to be looking for as the exploration goes. But it feels to me like we haven't found any of the other star bases yet. Now, I'm wondering if Frugal Courage here is gonna find a pirate base over here or what. Oh my god, yeah, we are constantly under attack. This Clan of Superiority. And they're furious with us. So, there's no way they're willing to negotiate this, because we keep fighting. These guys are on protect, although they're not really protecting. It'd be nice if they fought each other, right? Like, what, you want me to keep paying you? Well, then make sure none of the other pirates are kicking my ass. That would be kind of important. Oh, what is this? Treasure recovered. Salvage cargo container. I wonder if we blew up a ship and got the cargo container out of that. How's our fleet over here? Yeah, still getting some repairs done. Base raided and stole some money. Okay. Well, what is the quick shortcut over here? I'm going to build a new escort defense fleet. Any construction yard. Done. And yeah, they're automatically set to defend. Perfect. Okay, good. So yeah, spend a bunch of money on new ships. Salvage superstructure. 19 grand. Oh. And valuable treasure, 19 grand. Did we lose like a... That's a lot of money. Did we lose a starbase or something somewhere? What the hell? Oh man, these pirates are just bold. Like, they're just constantly attacking my homeworld here. We have a lot of ships here. Hopefully they're not just blowing up the ones while they're being constructed. Oh, recommendation. Construction ship. More fuel tankers actually does seem like a good idea with an extra military. And construction ship for more simultaneous mining seems alright. More treasure discovered. Unless it's the same message over and over. I mean, some of the numbers have been matching up, so I don't know. Small freighters under attack. But yeah, hopefully it is being defended. And these things are still individually strong. Much stronger than any individual ship we've got by far. But that is why we're trying to get these frigates going. And then maybe that'll help turn the tide a little bit. God damn. Yeah, you can see why it's so important to pay off people early on. Okay. System patrol starships done. Tankers finishing, that's fine. Trade offer. You're going to reveal an independent colony for 57 grand. I'm going to decline right now because we don't have the means to take over too many things quite yet. Small troop transport. I mean, that might not even be the most important thing to do right now, but it's going to be. Now, if we go into our ship design screen... Okay, it looks like what we need to do is, because I've got it on a manual, right? Well, tell you what, I'll auto-generate a new design with this ship hull. We'll see what it does for us. Do we name it? New frigate? We're sort of aquatic. Should we be naming our ships after sea animals? Or, you know, something else aquatic. Like this could be like the Tide Hunter. And look at us, we're doing it now. So yeah, we don't have a supply of silicon, which sucks. Hyperdrive energy requirements combined with static energy requirements are higher than reactor energy output. Hyperdrive speed will be scaled down. Yeah, because I think otherwise, when you see this cap out, I think that's a sign that you don't have, like, the maximum energy possible. I don't know if that's the end of the world. And our turn rate's a little bit slow. Now, we do have some empty slots for whatever that might be worth. I wonder why it does that. Maybe as part of an energy balancing thing? Like, if we wanted our... vectoring thrust. Yeah, if we wanted the thrust vectors, so select you. Oh, grays out the things that can't fit in. I see. If I throw... Can I not do that here? Why doesn't it let me add more? Okay. First time designing the ships. Okay, fuel capacity. Let's see here. Crew capacity, size. Would this exceed our size? No, it doesn't feel like it would. Hang on. Let me build a new one from scratch here. Add new frigate. Manually create new design. Excellent. So we've got that. That's interesting. If I just click, it's just adding directional thrusters, even though I had nothing selected. If I select thrust vector, then that goes. Oh, no, it actually just won't let me put something in the engine 0 slot. Why is that? Maybe because it can't do a symmetrical thing for some reason? So this is engine 0. Okay, that is fine. But then I think as I add more... Yeah, it's like, no, we're not going to put anything in the slot. Weird. You've reached the maximum limit of 4... Oh! Interesting. So it has 5 engine slots, but it can only have 4 engines. I see. Now, the ion engines are still the things... Oh, I like that it compares. Hang on. Let me compare these. There we go. Look at this. So the thrust vector is just better than the directional vector, or directional thruster in every way. And then the ion engines have just substantially more actual thrust for raw speed. Which is what I kind of expected. Now, there are some things that are needed. We don't have crews or reactors. So, does it keep all the differences? Latest per category. Ah, there we go. That's a much better view than before. You can see now the directional thrusters are gone. Perfect. So yeah, you need some crews. You need... So you can look through these. We don't have any fuel storage, so we'll throw a little bit of that on there. We don't have a hyperdrive, so we're going to want a warp bubble generator. I have a hyperdrive. Is this not a hyperdrive? Well, let's do the rest over here. We don't have a reactor. So basic space reactor. There we go. Oh, now that satisfies the hyperdrive. And military ships must have weapons or fighters. No, did we unlock fighters? We have assault pods, but that's not it. That's for taking over ships, which actually could be interesting to see if we could pull that off. Cargo Bay Command Center. Now, we don't have one right now. Crew capacity, hold on. Crew systems. What's the difference here? The command center adds countermeasures and targeting. Oh, but very little crew capacity. But it's more expensive. Okay, it's smaller, but needs more materials. I mean, I guess just thematically it makes sense that you would need a command center, but I don't know the... Huh. I'm betting they put both on normally. Troop compartment colonization, remote fuel transfer. This I'm curious about is if this is something that just tankers get or all ships could get. I suspect it's for tankers. But yeah, I guess we'll get some shields, some armor. Oh, those go in the same slot. I see. And green for sensors. Docking bay. I wonder the docking bay. Is this how I get fighters? Because there's a slot for it. I don't think we've unlocked the fighter tech. So I don't think we need the docking bay. Unless it does something else. But then, yeah, weapons. Particle beams? Pew pew? So what are the recommendations looking like? Yeah, okay, so the energy requirement. So we might want another reactor. Consider adding energy collectors. Right, because we have no energy collection rate right now. Now, the reactor generates power, but what's the difference? I'm going to have to read through some of the more manuals here. 50? But I think what we might want is theoretically, I think a second reactor. Oh, it did increase the hyperspeed from 68K. It still has this flat line, but to 195K. And then we do need more crew, because that's the thing. A lot of these things have crew requirements. Hyperdrive energy requirements combined with static energy requirement higher than reactor output. So let's see. What's our... Okay, our static energy used is 27, which leaves us with 81 excess. Oh, we need 85 for the hyper? So it's basically there. Now, if I cancel the energy collectors, it doesn't actually change the numbers over here. I think the difference is, like, the energy collectors maybe are good when you're just sitting around and not want to run the reactor and not use up fuel. So I don't know if we can use it instead of something else. So I threw another space reactor on here. Then we definitely have lots of excess energy. The hyperspeed did go up again. If I tried to throw another one on, yeah, the hyperspeed doesn't change anymore. But I think we were just barely short, right? We were just 4 points short of capping out the hyper. We're basically at the max speed, right? 200k is the max speed. We're at 191. So that actually seems okay. Now, we've got these 3 empty slots. And, oh, I do have some extra weapon slots over here, too. But I can't put these on because I think they're too big. That might be the size limit. So presumably I can fit these. So we can just have, like, quad particle beam ship. Some medium, some large. Maybe the torpedoes are better. It's hard to know. Close-in weapon, standoff weapon. I guess it's nice to be able to hit things maybe at a longer range. And then we can close with particle beams. I kind of think that's okay. So I'm going to go and save this design. Oh, there we go. Reactors generate 400 and change energy per unit of fuel. Now, we only have the one fuel capacity. Jump time, jump range, jump accuracy, fuel range, 70 million. So we actually don't have enough fuel to cover our entire jump range, or this might be sublight versus high speed. What I'm going to do is I'm going to save this. So this is our, what did I call it? The Tide Hunter. I'm going to save this, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask the system to make me one. And we're going to compare what they look like. Because I suspect ours is borked, right? If we compare over here, you can see it's got 3 fuel cells. 2 reactors. Is 2 what we ended up with? It sounds about right for the numbers. It's got the basic space command, 2 crew systems, 1 energy collector, the warp bubble. Okay, this looks pretty similar, other than the fact that they have 3 fuel cells. This part looks fairly familiar. They have more ion engines, so this is just a much higher top speed, and maybe they don't care about the thrust vectoring for turning. So maybe just the raw speed from just lots of ion engines is correct. I could still add another one in there. It's got a single particle beam and a single plasma torpedo. I wonder why it doesn't want to max out the possible weapons. It's got a single proximity sensor array, which might be enough. 2 deflectors, so we don't actually have armor on this ship. Just a couple of deflectors, but that might be fine. If we look at its fuel range, 210. Yeah, I think realistically that is what we want. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back now to our Tide Hunter, and we're going to make some edits. So I'd like to keep these sorted. The 2 crew systems. Oh, do we not have the command module? Because the other one I think did have the basic command module. So we'll throw that in, and then we'll throw in a couple more fuel cells. And yeah, the big difference is that we do have... Oh, I don't have as many engines. And actually, we might just go all ion engines. I could add a 4th one. Great. Oh, total size greater than the hull allows. Oh, it is. So, hold on. Where's our total size? Right over here. Just barely. Look, I think if I dropped 1 plasma torpedo, I'd be within range. No? Wait, what? It's 15. Oh yeah, I'm like about 25 too high. But the medium plasma beam is a 32, so dropping 1 of these will definitely get us there. And then an interesting question becomes, do we want 1 medium plasma beam, or particle beam, sorry, or 2 smalls? So, okay, the small is half the size, and about half the crew. The energy requirement is half, so that's all the same. Oh, they both need 4 units of krypton, so we're not actually saving any material with the small plasma beam, particle beam. So effectively, the small particle beam uses twice as much, because I'd be running 2 particle beams here. Damage rate. So the damage rate of the small particle beam is a little more than half. So we'd be gaining DPS. What I'm curious about is range. Oh, it actually has a higher fire rate. So yeah, our DPS would definitely be higher with the smalls. It's less good as intercept fighter, whatever that might mean for us. Intercept seeking. It's actually interesting. I wonder why the small ones are worse at hitting fighters. It would almost feel like the opposite. Where's the range? They have the same range of 1,000. What's the range on the plasma torpedoes, which are these standoff weapons? Oh, it's hard to, like, 1,400. So actually, the plasma torpedoes don't have much more range. But it feels to me like I should run 2 smalls instead of the mediums. Also, why does it say 120 here? Oh, I think that's the capacity of the slot. I think we can fit 120s in the slot. Okay. So now we are 9 below the max. Yeah, the turn rate's a little slow. What if we could throw in a thrust vector in here? And yeah, we are at the maximum of engines, but then didn't improve our turn rate a little bit, which might be good. I wonder if there's firing arcs on these things. Oh, hold on. These different weapon slots have different firing angles. Okay, so the 2 big ones, which are particle beams, are 180 degrees, so they really have to fire forward. I mean, it's a pretty broad one. The rear torpedo launcher is 360 degrees, and this one here doesn't cover the rear arc, but it does cover a really good arc. But the fact that, you know, we do kind of want to keep enemies in front of us, so throwing in the thrust vector seems like a good idea. So a slight tweak to the Tidehunter there to give it some actual fuel capacity. Mostly matches what the default thing. Oh, we can drop a proximity sensor array. The other one didn't do that. I wonder if they do stack, though. Scan power, scan range. Do we have a display here that tells us what our scanning range is? Scan range, 1 million. If I add a second proximity sensor, it looks like it made no difference. Okay. And we didn't use a docking bay on the auto design, so I'm going to assume we don't need one over here. Now that gave us technically a little bit more capacity, right? We have room for 13 more, which we do. Okay, we can't add another engine. Yeah, I guess there's nothing else to do here. Okay, save and exit. Guys, we have completed our first ship design. Go us. And so now what we're going to do is... where's the screen I'm looking for? Building ships right over here. And the Tidehunters. Let's order up 5 of them. And then we'll have to assign them some fleets and things like that. Attacks. New construction ship is done. That's great. Oh, I got to put a cut in here. We're 47 minutes in. Ship design. Took a little bit of time. That's all right. If I look at the military, can I just arbitrarily assign more ships to this? There's military ships. Ships not in a fleet. But this is including some of my fuel things and stuff like that. Huh, yeah, I wonder if there's an easier way to redesign to add ships to these fleets. I know when you create this, you can say, like, build a new one using, you know, ships available or whatever. I don't know, we'll figure it out next time. Folks, thanks a lot for watching. I'm going to see you then. Bye-bye.